I will wear the green willow and all around my hat for a 12-month and a day. And if anyone should ask me the reason why I'm wearing it, it's all for my true love who's far, far away.
Hi folks. Well, this video is going to be a thread response, and it's a response to a video put out by Midge at Midge's Vinyl Gems, who is celebrating 1 year in the VC. Congratulations, Midge. May it be the first of many years. Now, I have to be upfront and say that up to the point over the last few days where I saw some other responses to this thread, I hadn't come across Midge's channel. So I've been over there, checked out his original video for this thread, and he's a really nice, amusing, personable young man, knowledgeable, with quite an eclectic taste in music. So I'm sure I'll be checking out more of his videos in the future. And if you haven't come across his channel, please check it out. Anyway, one of the things that Midge is noted for is that in all of his videos, he wears a hat. He's a hat wearer. Now, I'm not really a hat wearer, though having said that, because I've got no insulation up top anymore and I live in the north of England, I do wear a beanie a lot. And because it's the north of England, that means 80% of the time, because it's freezing up here all the time. Anyway, the thread that Midge has created is to show albums with covers that feature hats. So I thought originally this was going to be, quite easy. There'll be tons of these. But at first I found it pretty difficult. As a friend pointed out, and I was going to say anyway, prog doesn't do hats really. Now capes, that's a whole different thing, but hats, no. So yeah, I struggled a little bit initially, but I've come up with a handful of albums. So here we go. The first one is this album by Lou Reed, Coney Island Baby. Not an album I get to hear a lot about on the VC, to be honest. This was recorded in 1975, the same year as his magnum opus, Metal Machine Music. And you couldn't have too much more different albums, really. This is quite a romantic, almost soft rock album, really. It's a really good album, but like I said, doesn't seem to get talked about a lot. But there he is with his hat. I'm not sure what type of hat that is. I thought it was a bowler at first, but it isn't. That's my first choice. Next up, we have Mr. Cooper himself, Alice. There he is with his top hat, looking quite dapper. This is another 1975 album. And this was, I think, his first solo album after the dissolution of the Alice Cooper band, and probably one of his best albums, solo albums that he's done. Some excellent tracks like the title track and Only Women Bleed. Features the voice of Vincent Price on one of the tracks, the great horror icon. But excellent album. Next up, a favourite of mine, Mr. Leon Redbone, with his album Double Time. This is from 1977. I think it's either second or third album. Leon is an artist who does a lot of blues, jazz, and sort of 20s and 30s standards with that inimitable sort of deep baritone voice of his. I love his music. Normally wears a white fedora, but on here you can see he's got a pith helmet, and there he is on the back. Looking better, looking a bit like Groucho Marx. There we go. And next up we have Nash the Slash with his album American Bandages from 1985. Nash came out of the prog scene with the Canadian prog band FM before going solo. His music is a mixture of prog, new wave, and garage rock. This album is an album of covers of tracks like Born to Be Wild, Who Do You Love, Hey Joe, Psychotic Reaction. Excellent stuff. Nash was famous for playing electric violin and electric mandolin, and I think he was proud of the fact that he never featured guitars on his albums. In fact, the story goes that he turned down Dave Gilmour's offer of laying down some guitar parts on one of his albums. So there we have Nash the Slash, looking great in his stars and stripes top hat. And next up, one of the most iconic, disturbing album covers, Captain Beefheart. Sorry for the glare. Didn't want to take the cover out of the sleeve. And that Trout Mask replica. On the back, there he is again with his top hat on. And inside you'll see one or two others. Yeah, weird album cover for a weird album. I love Beefheart's music, but this one is one I have to be in the mood to listen to, really. But yeah, an iconic cover featuring a trout with a hat. And next we have The Residents, the American avant-garde, avant-rock band, with their when was this one released? 1979 album Eskimo. They're again another iconic look with the giant eyeballs and the top hats. Yeah, this is Eskimo. Not an easy listen. An album, it's a sort of concept album of electronics, found sounds. Features Chris Cutler of Henry Cow fame on percussion and Don Preston on synths. Really good album, actually. Quite dark and foreboding in many ways, but really good stuff. And this general look was how they appeared when I saw them live in Liverpool, I think about 1983, where they played behind a curtain as well. But yeah, good stuff. And that's The Residents. And finally, going to show one of my favourite folk albums, and this is Morrison. Bit of a super group here of Ashley Hutchins, who is the guy behind the album, Richard Thompson over here, Dave Mattox, John Kirkpatrick, and Barry Dransfield, all in weird and wonderful headwear. Superb album, this, of Morrison tunes and songs. But they followed it up with Son of Morrison. So that one was 1972, and Son of Morrison came out in 76. And again, we have the various members of the band attired in different headwear. And just recently, and I haven't had a chance to even play this yet, there was yet another follow-on with the CD Grandson of Morrison, where again the band are featured in various exotic headwear, looking dapper and weird. So yeah, that is my choice of albums with hats. Thank you, Midge, for putting that thread together. I hope you have many more years on the VC and enjoy doing that. So hopefully see you all again soon. Bye.
All around my hat I will wear.